Hey, welcome to your instructional video for Bean and the weight command. So you're going to see in this video what really amounts to real life practice, because it's the best way to practice weight. I don't do a lot of exercises where I put treats or food or all of those, repetition. I like to use weight in real world scenario. I don't know, something about the nature of it. So a lot of people use the word stay. That is fine. It's semantic preference. The reason I prefer weight is because I'm not actually telling the dog to stay and don't move. If I'm about to open a door and I don't want the dog to approach it and I say wait, I don't care. If he decides to go the other way, that's fine. So I don't want to enforce a stay, right? Stay means don't move in any direction. But for me, I'm using wait to say do not charge this door, for example. So if he decides to leave and go elsewhere, that's cool. You can't do it that way. If it's stay, then he has to stay put no matter what. So for me, wait's a little more flexible. But if you want to turn weight into a stay, yeah, that is something that you can do with a little work. So, okay, here's the idea. Most of the time that I use weight, it's when I don't want a dog, in this case, I don't want Bean to be up in my business or charging me when I am trying to invite somebody in, or I am getting ready to leave with or without him, and I need some space. I need you to just get back there. So we always, when we're teaching and practicing, when we say the word, we should start applying some spatial pressure, right? Walking in and backing him up. So when there is some place he's trying to get, and I want him to wait, in this case it'll be this door, I am saying to him, wait, and in the process, I'm making him back up and give me distance. That distance is respect, and that distance calms a dog. And it gives him clarity about what I mean when I say wait. So he gets clarity, his brain calms, and he is learning to respect. All good. Now, here's a key. Every time, you're gonna see this for the wait command as well. I'm sorry, for the leave it command in that video. You're gonna see this happen again. When I am backing a dog away for wait or for leave it, it is very important that I have mental clarity about what is my boundary, what is my limit. If I tell him to back up and he starts creeping toward me, at what point do I give him spatial pressure and or say wait again? I need to be crystal clear. If I'm not sure, then I communicate unsure and inconsistent messaging for him. So, to make sure that I'm clear in my own head, I pick a point that becomes my mental barrier, right? So here's this milk jug filled with water. That is my mental barrier. I want him, think of an invisible line all the way across from where that milk crate is, right? And that is my mental barrier for him. Let me adjust this so you can see the door. So I'm gonna start opening the door, and I'm gonna need little man to back up behind my milk crate. Notice how I use spatial pressure. Now, in this kind of a scenario, I will use the command more than twice, which is, it's my don't say it more than twice, because it's almost like every time we back up, it's a new exercise. Don't sweat that too much though. So, okay, let me get his attention by opening the door. He's done this a lot with me, as you can see. Wait. You saw him just act like he was thinking about making a run. Wait. So I backed him up, spatial pressure. This is my barrier. He is not to go past it. Now I'm going to step outside, and he needs to still not go past my barrier. Now I'm outside. And now I'm dropping a treat on the ground out here. Sorry, I can't get all of it on camera. Well, he is just so darn good. He's still not allowed to move past my barrier now. Turn my back and walk out. Well, I was hoping I was going to get to show you. Oh, here we go. Wait. So he thinks the exercise is over because I started talking to the camera. Okay. He is a great weight kind of guy. But here's what I'll show you. If you are opening this door, or better yet, let's say he's in the car with you, you're getting out, you don't want him to get out. Or you want him to get out slowly and calmly. You can use just an arm. Wait. Right now he wants to go over to a different dog bed, and I'm just going to continually enforce my barrier so you can see what it looks like. So the idea here is that every time he approaches my little invisible barrier, I can either say wait and back him up, or just back him up. You don't need to keep saying the word, honestly, if you do spatial pressure. He really, really loves and learns from spatial pressure. He is really good about that. So as I was saying, let's say that you're in a car and you're opening the door and you want him to wait so that you can put, so that you can put a leash on him, or just so that you can make sure. Now, I'm going to stop enforcing this so I can talk to you. So he will know that we're done. I just moved my cart, he'll know. So I was starting to say that he will be in the, let's say he's in the front seat of the car with you, or he's in the back seat, wherever. And you want to be able to get out and either hook him up, which I'd suggest you hook up before you open the door, or you're going to get out for a minute. You don't want him to get out. So now the threshold of your car door is your barrier at that moment. So you want to back him up, and you can just use your hand. You back him up and say, wait, wait. You can even set another barrier, like maybe the steering wheel or some part of the steering wheel, so that he has to be further back from the doorway to the car. So this is still spatial pressure. And if you back him up a few times and say, wait, he will get it. He will get it really well. So every time he goes in or out of the house, definitely every time he goes out, you want to make him wait. And that means he has to back away from the door. You do not want to try to make him wait right on the threshold of a door. He has to back up. That calms his brain and shows respect. How far back? Depends on the level of excitement. You'll figure it out. It may be different each time. Or you could create a routine where every time you're going to the door, he has to go back behind a certain point. That way, if people come in and you say, wait, he goes back behind a designated area every single time. You could do that. That would be an easy way to regulate him. So the way a dog exits and enters through a doorway establishes how they perceive the world. Another example. Let's say that Dexter is outside in the yard pooping. Well, if we open the door, or if he escapes, either which way, if he barrels out the door, Bean is barreling out the door for whatever reason, he associates the outdoors with excitement. Or if he barrels into the house, he associates the house with excitement. So every chance you get before you let him outside in the yard, you back him up and you make him wait, and then you release him. Let me show you what that would look like. I'm going to do this really quickly. So let's say that this is the door to your backyard, right? So he's being really good because he's practiced at this. Let me get him. Where's my man? There he is. Okay, so he's really good at this. Here's the door open. He's not even trying to go. But what I would do is I would say, wait, and I'd back him up a little. Sorry, buddy. And then when he was ready, I would say, okay, 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 bud. Good boy. So you see how he was slow to head out? That's because every time he exits this room, he has to wait. So his willingness to just lay there with the door open, and then even taking a pause when I said, okay, that's because he has that habit here. Create that door habit in your house. Front door, back door, car door. All right, over and out.